Hello and welcome. So, if you're in high school and you're already dreaming about a big career in management, you probably think there's a long road ahead, right? You do your undergrad, you get some work experience, you grind for those entrance exams, and then finally you get your MBA. But what if I told you that path just got a whole lot shorter? Okay, let's get right into this.
I mean, it sounds a little bit wild, doesn't it? The idea that you could walk out of your Class 12 exams and step right onto a 5-year fast track that ends with a full-blown Master of Business Administration. Is that just wishful thinking, or is it a brand new reality for ambitious students just like you?
Well, it's very, very real. Christ University, which is a huge name in education, has just rolled out a brand new 5-year integrated MBA program. They're calling it the IMBA, and it's designed specifically for students who want to hit the ground running on their management career, like immediately after finishing school. Okay, so what on earth is an IMBA? You've probably heard about the IPM programs from the IIMs, and now you're wondering, wait, how is this different? So let's just break down the lingo and figure out what this program is really all about.
So, at its heart, the IMBA is basically one smooth 5-year journey. The easiest way to think about it is a 3+2 model. For the first 3 years, you're covering all your undergrad studies. And then you just seamlessly flow into the final 2 years, which are full-fledged MBA. And who's it for? Simple. Students who are just about to finish or have just finished Class 12.
Now, this slide gets to the bottom of a really important question. You've heard IPM from the IIMs. Now you're seeing IMBA from Christ. Are they different? Let me just cut to the chase. No. For all practical purposes, they are exactly the same thing. It's really just branding. So the key takeaway here is don't get hung up on the names. It's the same awesome integrated 5-year management path. Okay, so you get what the program is, but what are you actually going to be learning for 5 whole years? Let's take a peek at the curriculum, because it's pretty clear it was designed not just for today's business world, but for what's coming next. This gives us a fantastic snapshot of their modern approach. You're, of course, getting the classic MBA pillars, finance, marketing, economics, but look closer. Christ has baked in absolutely crucial tech skills like data science and analytics right into the main course, along with social sciences to give you a more rounded perspective. This isn't just theory for theory's sake. It's all built to be super relevant to what companies are looking for right now. And when you dive in deeper, you get to pick your focus. The program gives you 2 major specializations to choose from: finance or marketing. But here's the real kicker. Every single student, no matter what, also gets a minor in business analytics. This is so smart. It means that whatever your main thing is, you're guaranteed to graduate with those hard data skills that are just golden in today's job market. So, are you getting interested? Awesome. Let's switch gears and talk about the practical stuff. How do you actually get in? We're going to walk through the dates, who's eligible, and what the entrance test is all about. First up, the timeline. And listen up, because the clock is ticking. The application window is already open. It started back on December 3rd, and it slams shut on March 30th. This is your shot, so if you're even thinking about it, you've got to get that deadline on your calendar right now. So who can apply? Well, the eligibility is, in one word, super open. It seriously doesn't matter if you're in science, commerce, or humanities. This program is stream neutral. They take all the recognized boards. And hey, if you're in 12th grade right now, no sweat. You just apply using your 10th and 11th grade marks. Basically, they've made the door really wide open for everyone. Now, of course, there's an entrance test. It's called the CUIMAT. That's a mouthful. It stands for Christ University Integrated BBA MBA Admission Test. But don't let the long name intimidate you. Let's break this exam down so you know exactly what you're up against. First, let's talk scale. You're going to be looking at a total of 120 questions. And here's where it gets really interesting. You've only got 90 minutes to tackle all of them. Now, if you do the quick math on that, that's less than a minute for each question. And that tells you something really important right away. This is all about speed. The questions themselves are probably not going to be crazy difficult. Your ability to manage time is what's really being tested here. This table lays it all out perfectly. You've got 3 main sections. The first is verbal ability and reading comprehension. That's a big one, with 50 questions. The last section is also a heavy hitter with 50 questions: quantitative ability, logical reasoning, and data interpretation. And then, squeezed in the middle is a smaller section, 20 questions on current affairs and ethics. Oh, and check out the marking scheme: +1 for getting it right, but only a tiny penalty of -0.25 if you get it wrong. So, we've covered the what, the how, and the when, but now we come to the most important question of all. Should you actually consider this? Let's take a step back, look at the big picture, and tackle a big concern that a lot of you might have.
It's totally natural to be a little nervous about a brand new program. But think about it this way. Is management a new thing for Christ University? Not a chance. They've been running some of the most respected BBA and MBA programs in the country for decades. So this isn't some risky startup. It's a new product from a company that's been an expert in the field for a very long time.
So why should this be on your list? Well, for starters, it's a fantastic backup plan if you're already prepping for other IPM exams. It gives you a similar path at a top-notch university. Second, you get to ride the wave of the powerful Christ University brand, which comes with a huge alumni network and instant recognition. Third, you're plugging right into their existing perfectly run machine of industry connections and placements from your very first day. Honestly, given the university's reputation, a pretty great outcome for this program is almost guaranteed.
Okay, now for a really crucial piece of the puzzle, the money. The information we have points to the course fee being around 5 lakhs per year, and that's expected to stay pretty consistent for all 5 years of the program. Look, that's a significant investment, and it's a really important number to have as you and your family plan things out. And that really brings us to our final thought here. For so many years, the path to a top MBA has been pretty much set in stone. But now, a major university has just blown open a direct 5-year highway to get there. This isn't just another choice. This could be a real game changer for how people approach their careers. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Now that this direct path exists, how does it change the way you're thinking about your future?